Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Trio WN. We're back with some more WNBA play. Let's go ahead and make our final adjustments. They're just calling out the starting lineups. I'm going to go ahead and make this smaller. You don't need to see that much of me. There we go. Make me as small as possible. There we go. Now I'm just going to see where I want to pull the score from for you guys while we give our play-by-play. If you enjoy the play-by-play, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're picking games and doing this constantly. If you don't know, I am Trio, and this is my view. I hope you guys enjoy the show. Let's go ahead and see where we want to get these. Let's see what the Aces official score will look like. Let's see. Let's break it down. I've always liked the WNBA's scoreboard, so let's see if they're doing their job today. Let's see what their scoreboard looks like. Let's see. Where on earth? There we go. It's up here. All right. Yeah, I always like the WNBA's scoreboard, but they haven't started updating. They're still in their pregame. The game hasn't started yet. Who do you guys got? The champions or the revamped new 2026 LA Sparks? Let's go ahead and refresh this. There we go. We're going to pull this bad boy up. We're still in the pregame, guys. We're just hanging out, relaxing. Let's see. Let's see. Do they have a list of the starting lineups yet that we can find? No, no, no. Just a bunch of garbage that we don't care about. Let's check out the game charts. Maybe that'll tell us. Nope. Nothing yet. These are just old stats. We don't really care about that. No official starting lineups quite yet, guys. All right. I am excited. I'm excited to see Asia Wilson and the Sparks. Asia Wilson and the Aces back. But at the same time, we're about to find out if the heavy gambles that Reagan Publi and the Los Angeles Sparks organization have done over the last month are going to work out this season. Either we're going to get some legends, the way OKC's GM orchestrated that masterful collection of draft picks over the last decade, or we're going to see an utter crash and burn from the Sparks GM, coach, and organization, because the Sparks went ahead and got rid of every single draft pick, rookie that they had going in. They got rid of everybody pretty much but Cameron Brink. They got rid of Rickea Jackson. They traded the 2026 first round pick away to bring in Kelsey Plum. Now we're going to see how that works out. The Sparks are one of the older teams because they figured they're going for win now. They are not trying to continue their rebuild around their very talented rookie roster that they had. They're benching, and we're going to find out, but I'm confident that Cameron Brink, who was supposed to eventually be the face of this team, is going to be coming off the bench in favor of the returning Spark, Nneka Ogwumike. We're going to see how that works out. We're going to see if some Sparks leadership lose their jobs behind this. We're going to see just how it works out with the Sparks just today, or was it yesterday, bringing in Kate Martin after she was cut from the Valkyrie. How's that going to work out? The Valkyrie are playing games. They're taking risks. We're going to see how it goes. Anyway, we're just in pregame. We'll see if the win now Sparks can win right now. How much more time do we have? Let's go ahead and pull up the Google scoreboard, see if they have a breakdown, because right now we're just in pregame commercials, guys. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. My chat is having some technical difficulties. Luckily, we're still in pregame, so we'll see how it goes. Let's pull up that chat. Go ahead and mute this bad boy. There we go. All right. We are looking good. All right. All right. They're simply interviewing Aja Wilson about her victory championship last year. Things we already know, guys. Looks like we had a little bit of a drop in the internet just for a second, guys. All right, so it looks like the starting lineups, as we expected for the Los Angeles Sparks, are going to be Ray Burrell, Derica Hamby, Nneka Ogwumike, Ariel Atkins, and Kelsey Plum. And for the aces, it's going to be Aja Wilson, Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray, Smith, and Stephanie Talbot. I don't know how I feel about benching the face of your the supposedly face of your franchise in Cameron Brink, but clearly the new coach of the Sparks don't have as much faith in her as the previous ones do. Just some hugs going around, Nneka and Aja hugging it out. We're ready for tip-off. All right. We're going, guys. Got Jackie Young bringing it up top, giving it to Wilson, who passes it in the low post, and an easy Donnie Talbot two-pointer down low. All right, we got Plum giving it out to Ogwumike up top. Back to, oh, wow. Hamby runs right into contact trying to drive down low. And that's offensive. The players need to realize this season, the refs are sitting on those whistles. This is not the WNBA of old. This is the new CBA. This is the Caitlin Clark era. Oh, hey, Michael L., welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody who's here. Let's see. Aja Wilson goes downhill but misses the layup. Talbot scoops it back up for the rebound. 2 points, 4 points for Talbot early. And the Sparks are having some communication issues as Kelsey Plum tries to shoot it inside to Ogwumike, but she doesn't catch it. Goes out of bounds. Hold fast, guys. It looks like we're having a drop in the internet. All right, Chelsea Gray kicks it out to Wilson from the three. She shoots, she misses. Hamby recovers it. Sparks are running downhill. Go LA, beat Vegas Aces, says Alexander. We'll see, we'll see. Remember, this is a new LA Sparks team. And another offensive foul, this time from Asia Wilson. I want to be honest, them sitting on the whistle like this has really slowed down the pace of the game. But how do you guys feel about that? You guys let me know. Let's say we got Plum driving in. She rethinks about it and backs out to the three, thinks about shooting it, passes it into Hamby, who gets blocked. She recovers it. Let's see, Agumake grabs it. She misses, and now the Talbot has it. Going the other way. She passes it on the inside. Let's see. And she passes it into Smith down low, who grabs another board. She puts it back up for a two, successful. Score is 6-2. The Sparks looking a little off, but I understand this is a new look, new season. Ariel Atkins puts it up with a pass from Plum, and that's a miss. The Aces are running back down court. Let's see. We've got Asia Wilson shooting it up. She got fouled, but no call. She's not happy about that. Kelsey Plum with the rebound, running down the hill the other way. She lays it up. She doesn't make it. Looks like Talbot with the rebound. Ace is going the other way. Chelsea Gray tried to go in on the low post, but got swatted. She misses it. This is some sloppy gameplay, guys. It's just back and forth. Oh, nobody can finish. Let's say Alexander, yes, I know what you mean. Big LA fan, Lakers, Sparks, Rams, UCLA, football, basketball, Dodgers. This person loves everything Los Angeles. Hats off to you. If I had a hat, I'd tip it to you. I'm going to be honest, guys. I can't tell if this is amazing defense or terrible offense right now. Let's say we got Chelsea Gray hits the first three-pointer of the game with an assist from Asia Wilson. Now we've got Kelsey Plum doing it all on her own. Going in. She does a little twirl and dirl, and she gets it on for a two-pointer down low. Looks like the Aces are slowing it down a bit. Chelsea. Burrell and Wilson get tied up, and I'm not sure who the foul got called on. Don says coaching matters. I agree with you. We're going to see how coaching matters because, remember, the Sparks have a new coach. The Aces pretty much brought back everybody from last year. The Sparks, on the other hand, got rid of half their team during the, updated CBA. Let's see. Chelsea Gray shoots it in Asia Wilson, who does a reverse spin jumper. There you go. Asia Wilson got it for two. Got Hamby bringing it up. That's different. Hamby runs down low for a two-point layup and a foul. That's going to be an and one if she can make it. The players are going to definitely have to learn how to play a little lighter because these foul calls are going to come in heavy and quick. Hamby shooting it up, and Hamby misses the free throw. But the Sparks get the offensive rebound. Nneka shoots it up, and she can't connect. Aces with the rebound. They're taking it back to their side of the court and slowing it down up top. Chelsea Gray shoots it to Asia Wilson and Successful. 2 more points for Wilson. Looks like she's getting more comfortable on the floor. Guma K with a quick three-pointer the other way. Let's see. That was a terrible pass from Asia Wilson. Throws it straight to one of the Sparks. But Hamby can't hold on to the ball in the low post. Lets it go out of bounds. It is not a great start to this game from either team. Nothing but turnovers, missed shots. It is a tough one. We're going to call that ring rust. All these players have been dealing with a lot this offseason. It was a short offseason at that. Short training camps. Everything was off. So I can understand if it looks a little wonky going into the early part of this season. But players are getting paid. They are getting paid. They're going to have to earn those paychecks. Everybody on that court, they're going to have to earn those $1 million checks. All right, we got a timeout. Welcome, guys. Welcome. If you're new, if you're returning, welcome back. Now let's see if we can pull up the stats. See if we can pull up the Google stats, see just where we are at the moment. That is not how you spell Sparks. No wonder. All right, well, now I know. They don't have it like you have the NBA where you can just tap in. Let's see what. All right, let's see. Now you guys can see what we're looking at. Ariel Atkins, 1 for 4. Nobody's shooting above 50%. Turnovers. We already got 3 turnovers and 3 turnovers. Two fouls. Bit of a sloppy game. We'll see how they can pick it up after the break. Here's a crazy thing. Last year, the Sparks had one of the best offensive ratings in the league and decided to gut that entire system in order to bump up their defense. Now, I know they didn't make the playoffs, but what do you guys think of that? Los Angeles Sparks defense last year. Opposition points, they averaged 88 points. Not bad. Let's see. Looks like we're coming out with the same lineups for both squads. Chelsea Gray tried to drive to the basket, but it was poked out of bounds by Kelsey Plum. All right, Asia Wilson with a quick catch and shoot from that outbound pass. She is warming up. We've got Kelsey Plum bringing it up court. She pauses at the 3 up top, passes it to Ray Burrell, who passes it back. Now Kelsey Plum Kelsey Plum drives, but gets a whistle. Now, who was that foul on? Kennedy Carter. The new addition. Surprising to see Kennedy Carter back in the league after the tumultuous last year playing in Mexico. She's guarding Kelsey Plum, who crosses over, backs up with a step back three. Got it. Now Jackie Young coming down court with a step back mid-ranger. Got it. Now we've got Kelsey Plum coming the other way, but loses the ball to Ariel Atkins, who can't connect, and he goes out of bounds. I'm excited to see how Kennedy Carter on the Aces works out. It hasn't worked out anywhere else, but worked out in Mexico. I think she learned. All right, Cameron Brink checks in. Cameron Brink with the rebound. Scared to put it back up, and instead of putting it back up for an easy two, she passes it back out. That's not what I like to see from Cameron Brink. She had a clear open two and chose to turn around and pass it. Now we've got Asia Wilson coming down. Brink's trying to guard her. And there's a foul. Brink, 15 seconds into the game, picks up her first foul. Cameron Brink has got to do something about her inability to guard without fouling. She's only been in the game 15 seconds and picks up her first foul. That's ridiculous. And I do blame Brink, but I also blame the coaching staff of the Los Angeles Sparks. This has been 3 seasons of Cameron Brink's inability to stay on the floor. The best ability is availability, and Cameron Brink has not been available because she cannot stay on the court. She cannot stay out of foul trouble. I root for all the players. I want all the players to have success. But if you cannot get this foul situation with Brink under control, she will never be able to get to her true potential. Asia Wilson knocks down her free throws. And there's another call, an off-ball foul on someone. I'm not sure if it was Plum who initiated or received that foul, but she's involved. Off ball. Okay, it was against the Aces. All right, we've got Hamby up top, attempting to drive in for a 2, and she doesn't make it. All right, the Aces rebound. Looks like Jackie Young's bringing it up, passes it in to Asia Wilson against Brink. Double team by Brink and Hamby, and she loses the ball out of bounds. Wilson thought she got fouled. Not so much. Don says agreed. Look at the coaching staff. I'm a Sparks fan because I'm a Lakers fan. Respect. Kennedy Carter lays it in for her first points of the game. Give it to Young, who steals the ball on the inbound from the Sparks, and before it gets knocked out of bounds, grabs it, swings it back in so it bounces off of Sparks' legs. So it's the Aces ball. Throws it off of Plum's ankles to retain possession. Looks like Jules Lloyd passes it into Young, who uses Asia Wilson for the screen, shoots it up for a 3, no good. Sparks rebound. Plum up top, trying to get free, passes it in, and it's deflected by, who's that? Kennedy Carter, who throws it in. And a foul before the ball can be shot up. Okay. Looks like Ray Burrow picks up that foul. Ray Burrell did great during the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, so I'm excited to see how she does this season. All right, we just got some free throws. All right, young, successful. And it looks like Brink might have just checked out, only playing about 1.5 minutes of the first quarter. You got to do something about. Nope, that was someone else. It looks like it was Hamby who checked out. But who checked in? I can't tell. I can only see 4 players. And Brink at the 3 tries to pass it in, and she turns it over. Passes it into Young, who takes it down. And it looks like she passes it into Alyssa Smith, who scores a 2. Okay. All right, now we got Agumake passes it in out to Burrell, who drives in. Then she kicks it back out to Wheeler, who shoots a 3 and air balls. We've got Aces picking it up. Kennedy Carter kicks it out from the 3. Looks like Lauren tries to pass it into Smith, who gets fouled down low by, it looks like, Ray Burrell. Sloppy play by the Sparks right now. I have no idea why Hamby and Brink aren't down low. The Sparks have got to do something about these switches. They're switching on to Hamby and Brink constantly. Another substitution by the Sparks. Looks like Chance Smith is checking in for the Sparks. No, Chance Gray. My apologies, guys. All right, look like we got Wheeler bringing up the ball. The Sparks are so guard heavy. I've seen like 4 or 5 different people bring up the ball. NECA trying to break free. Shoots it up. No good. And another foul. Who is this foul on? Was it Agumake? No. Oh my God. It was a foul on Cameron. Cameron Brink just picked up her second foul. I don't mean to get. I want all these players to thrive. Cameron Brink, 2 fouls, 5 minutes into the game. It's ridiculous. Smith knocks down the first free throw. I'm going to have to pull up these stats on another screen just to keep an eye out. She knocks down her second. I want to make sure I'm not overreacting. Let's take a look at. Yeah, Brink. 2 turnovers, 2 fouls, no points. Plum shoots for a 3, no good. Aces rebound, driving down, stop. And right before the quarter, Aces score another 2 points. All right, that is the end And we are at all right, let's take a look. End of the first quarter, 14-0 run. We'll see how the Sparks recover and come back. The Sparks are going to take some time, guys. The Sparks are such a new team. So many new pieces. Let's take a look, guys, and see just how everyone in the game is doing. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm going to let you guys decide how you feel about that. Let's start with the aces. We've got Stephanie Talbot, 2 out of 2, 4 points. We've got Smith, 6 points. Asia Wilson leading the team with 8 points. Jackie Young, 6 points. Chelsea Gray, 3. Kennedy Carter, 2. And we've got goose eggs for everyone else. Jules Lloyd, goose egg. Turner, goose egg. Let's take a look and check in with the Sparks. Ray Burrell, goose egg. 2 personal fouls. Hamby, 2 points. 1 foul. NECA, 3 points. We've got Atkins, 2 points. Kelsey Plum, really the only Spark producing at the moment with 7 points. Cameron Brink. Cameron Brink played 3 minutes. I want y'all to understand this. Cameron Brink played 3 minutes, picked up 2 fouls, turned the ball over twice. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Let's take a look. All right. Well, that's how it looks right now. Not great. Not great. But I'm going to give the Sparks a ton of leeway, but not too much, because you got to remember, this lineup. Wait a minute. I just thought about, oh no. They signed Kate Martin to it wasn't a full contract, was it? That they signed Kate Martin to. I think the Sparks signed Kate Martin to a development contract, so she will not be playing unless they need her. And I think with the new development contracts, the player can only play, I believe, 12 to 14 games a season, if I'm not mistaken. Let us take a look. Now, I want to ask you Sparks fans out there, how do you guys feel about them bringing in NECA? How do you feel about them bringing in Ariel Atkins? How do you feel about them getting rid of the rookies who they got rid of their rookie they drafted last year, Sarah Ashley Barker. They drafted her, got rid of her. They got rid of the third leading scorer, the future of the franchise in Rickea Jackson. How do you guys feel about that? There's more questions about the Sparks than there are about the Aces, because the Aces are just running it back with what they had success with previously. I do feel a little bad for Kelsey Plum. She came to the Sparks with an intention to be the Asia Wilson of her own team. But after a season not being able to make the playoffs, the Sparks decided she needed help. That's unfortunate. All right, we're starting the second with Nneka Ogwumike shooting and scoring with a 3. We've got Kennedy Carter driving in and picks up a foul. I understand that there are not a lot of people who love Kennedy Carter, but she is a baller. Remember, when she got booted out of the league last season, she was the Sky's leading scorer. That tells you a lot. She is a baller. She's just got to get that, she's just got to get some things in order. She is a bona fide baller. All right. Let's see. Can she lay down the first one? Got it. Can she lay down the second one? No. As Ariel Atkins rebounds, passes it to Wheeler, who is running downhill and doesn't get rim on her layup. Kennedy Carter rebounds, runs downhill, and picks up another 2 points. Ariel Atkins playing point guard shoots a confident three from up top and does not connect. We got Gray trying to get away from the rookie. Passes it down low to Smith, who's trying to get around Hamby, and lays it down for a mid-range two. Atkins to Hamby up top. Hamby thinking about it, passes it to Atkins. Back to Hamby, who gets fouled down low by Gray. All right, Hamby knocks down her first one. She does not connect on the second free throw. We've got Gray up top, passes it to Carter, who drives in. Tries to whip a pass out to Gray, who the ball gets deflected out of bounds. Sparks ball. Nope. Ace's ball. We've got Gray passing it in. Great first weekend of WNBA action, guys. Carter is rebounding the ball, driving it in, and off just by a bit. Hamby rebounds, fast break Sparks. Hamby slows it down at the three, passes it to Atkins. Back to Hamby, who drives in, draws a foul, but does not make it. Hamby back to the free throw line. You can't be mad at that, Hamby. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Almost forgot. Smith checking out. Looks like, who is that? Adrian Wilson checking back in. It looks like Chance Gray's going to check out. And Sparks check in to Nia Latson. So this will be her first few minutes of the game. Is Kelsey Plum is on the floor. Okay. Gray tries to pass it, but it gets deflected. Recovered by the Aces. Back to Gray, who looks like she's going to pause in the mid-range. Shoots it up. No good. Rebounded by Latson, who passes it in to Hamby for a two. And the Sparks on a small run, causing a timeout by the Aces. Works their way. They're still at double digits, but they're definitely putting in some work to catch back up just a bit. All right, we're on a commercial break, guys. The Sparks look like they're cleaning it up just a bit. Not enough to get back into this game quite yet, but we'll see how it goes. Mm. Now we're just looking at Legends trying to sell us gambling subscriptions. Lisa Leslie trying to sell me DraftKings. All right. Oh, wow. Lexi Brown has a commercial. I didn't even know people remembered Lexi Brown was in the league. Good for her. Hmm. How you guys doing today? Remember to let your mothers know that you love them, you appreciate them. Go out and do something nice for them. Let's see. Let's check in on those stats since we are in a commercial break. Let's see. So, stats update. Let's see. Let's start with the Sparks. We got Ray Burrell, 0 points. Hamby, 7. Agwumike, 6. Atkins, 2. Plum, 7. This can't be right. Is Brink out of the game? It says Brink 3 minutes. I'm going to refresh this. Does Brink really only have 3 minutes still? Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the aces. We've got Talbot, 4. Smith, 8. Wilson, 8. Young, 6. Gray, 3. We've got Carter, 4 points, but Carter has been all over the floor. Let's check in. Nylisa Smith leading the aces with 4 rebounds. Hamby leading the Sparks. 4 rebounds. All right. That is your update on those stats. Who do you guys got winning this game? Do you guys think I'm going to call them the new Sparks, can make a comeback? Whew. USA Network doing some flexing. They've got 48 games this season. Nice. All right, we got. All right, let's see. Talbot thought about it down low, passes it back out to Gray, who drives in for 2 points. The Aces spacing is really causing the Sparks some trouble. And the Sparks don't know who they want their point guard to be, but they're dependent heavily on Hamby, who shoots it in, no good. Atkins recovers it, puts it up for 2. Oh, an outlet pass from the Aces, but it gets deflected out of bounds. Still, Aces ball. Crazy amount of turnovers from the Sparks already. Asian Wilson shoots it out to Kennedy Carter, who is off for the 3. I don't think the WNBA fan base knows just how huge of a pickup Kennedy Carter was for the Aces. Remember, she was leading the Sky when she left the league. She is a scoring machine, and she is hungry to repair her name and her image. She's going to play her heart out. All right. We got Chelsea Gray with a rebound off the 3-point miss from Hamby, and she knocks the ball out of bounds. That's a weird thing for Gray. Maybe she's a little excited. And it looks like we've got an offensive foul from the Sparks. Carter takes an elbow to the face. Bro, why would Atkins do that? That's gotta be a flagrant one. She tried to drive in and put her elbow out to create space, but she didn't hold it at the chest or the stomach. She held her elbow out right into Carter's face. That's gotta be a flagrant. Like, why would you bring your elbow up that high? That's got to be upgraded to a flagrant. There's no reason to have your elbow up this high if you're just trying to create space. Unnecessary. I don't think it's a flagrant 2, but I 100% think that was a flagrant 1. Ariel Atkins dribbling the ball, tries to get past Kennedy Carter, tries to create space, extends her elbow out, and then tries to drive to the right, straight through Carter, elbowing her straight in the face. Let's see what the refs call that. All right, these refs are. Oh no, Kennedy. I mean, Atkins does not look happy with whatever the call is. Well, we're still waiting. Come on, guys. Pretend I have a watch on. What is the call? Like I said, upgraded to a flagrant 1. There was no reason to hold your elbow out that far. All right, come on, guys. You're wasting time. Let's get it going. Man, we know wants the league the league wants the games to be less aggressive. You can't every time you look at another player the wrong way this season, you're going to get a foul called. And all right, Kennedy Carter's going to go take a break. It looks like Talbot checks in for her. All right, we got Asia Wilson up top. Passes it to Talbot, holding it up top. Back to Wilson, but the ball gets deflected by Derek Hamby. All right. Hmm. Wow. The Sparks are double teaming Chelsea Gray. She's not. She's having trouble getting the ball away. Now she's back in the backcourt, and she just caused a shot clock violation. She turns the ball over. She couldn't get it up. Now we've got Kelsey Plum with a step back close to. She got it. And now we've got the Aces I can't even keep up with the amount of fouls that are getting called in this game. Defensive fouls, off-ball fouls, offense. It's crazy. All right, we got Kelsey Plum driving it in and misses the first one, but Neka Gwumike cleans it up with the two. Let's see. Chelsea Gray shoots it, bounces off. Neka Gwumike catches it, but then steps out of bounds. All right. Let's see. We got Chelsea Gray puts up a three. No luck. Going to be Sparks basketball after that ball rolls out of bounds. Sloppy first quarter. Sparks doing a little bit better in this second quarter. All right, we got Plum bringing it up with a screen from Agwumike. She tries to pick and pop around, but Agwumike stops. She runs back to the three. Tries to pass it into Hamby. It gets deflected. Sparks recover. Back to Hamby, who misses. Chelsea Gray recovers the ball. Passes it in to Asia Wilson, who puts up a two and picks up a foul. They're calling it an on-the-floor foul, but it looked like she was in the... Asia Wilson was 100% in the motion of shooting, but they're calling it a on-the-ball foul. Whatever, you can't... Refs can't get it right every time. Asia Wilson takes it up to the three. No good on the three from Wilson. All right. Let's see. Who is on the floor for the Sparks? We've got Ray Burrell. We've got Hamby, Plum, Agwumike, and it looks like Atkins. All right, Jackie Young dribbling it up. Takes it to the top of the key. Steps in for an easy two. No one had their hands up in front of her. Kelsey Plum trying to dribble it in. Puts it up, draws a foul, and does not make the bucket. I don't know how many points Young has this game, but she is all over the court right now. All right, let's take a look. All right, Plum knocks down both free throws. We've got Jackie Young bringing it up court. Talbot on the opposite side. She looks off Talbot. Passes it to Gray, who shoots it out from the three, and no good. With Kelsey Plum recovering the ball. Now she's bringing it up. Passes it out. Points to Hamby, who drives in and gets that ball absolutely knocked into the stratosphere by Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson slapped that ball like it owed her money. That is why she is your MVP. All right. We've got Wheeler passing it in. Atkins driving in. Rethinks it, passes it back out to Wheeler, who drives it in herself, stops shoots it up for an easy two and takes an elbow to the face. Jules Lloyd absolutely clocked her with the elbow. That was unnecessary. Oh, okay. They were wrestling down low. Just a foul. Oh my God, do not try to upgrade. That was a simple foul. They were both wrestling down low. You do not need to call that or try to upgrade that. Just leave it as a. What is going on here? There's some confusion somewhere. I don't know where. Refs don't know what's going on. Have. All right, we're back. We're back at it. I don't know what that was, guys. All right, back to Plum. Inside to Agumake, who misses the two. And now we've got, it looks like Jules Lloyd, who tries to no-look it to Talbot, but Talbot did not see it coming, and the ball goes out of bounds. Hey, you can't no-look everybody. You might be able to no-look some people, but some people need some eye contact before you try to no-look them. All right, guys, let's check in, since we're on commercial break, with the player stats. Starting with the aces, we have Stephanie Talbot, 4 points. Nylissa Smith, 8. Asia Wilson, 8. Jackie Young, 8 points. We've got 3 aces players with 8 points. Chelsea Gray, 5 points. Kennedy Carter, 6. And just to let you know, that is Kennedy Carter off the bench. She's been easily the most efficient player in this game. We've got Jules Lloyd. Lloyd has starter minutes right now at 12 minutes. 1 minute less than Asia Wilson, 0 points. Brianna Turner, 6 minutes, 0 points. We're going to go ahead and switch and take a look at the Sparks now. We've got Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell, 13 minutes, started the game, 0 points. She should not be looking at the floor at this point. De'Erica Hamby, 7 points. Agumake, 8 points. Ariel Atkins, 4 points. We've got Kelsey Plum, 11 points. Now, all of those are inefficient points from the Sparks. We've got 7 points from Hamby, 2 for 7 shooting. Agumake, 3 for 6 shooting. Atkins, 2 for 6. Plum, 4 for 9. Wheeler, 0 for 4. And they have not. We'll see if Cameron Brink, the fan favorite, gets back into the game at all. Let us take a look. 5 turnovers from the Aces. We got 5 turnovers from the Aces. Looks like we got 3, 4, 6. We got 9 turnovers from the Sparks. The problem is the unbelievable amount of personal fouls that have been called in this game already. We are not at halftime, and we have the Sparks with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 fouls. The Aces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fouls. So we're not at halftime. Both teams already have picked up 9 fouls. As we've got to give the Sparks credit, they were down 12 points starting this quarter. They have clawed their way back. They are in single digits, 5 points. It looks like we've got a quick 2 points from Ariel Atkins. All right. It looks like Wheeler tips it away from Gray. Now I've got Agumake driving down, laying it up for an successful 2. The Sparks are making a small bit of a run right now. And Ariel Atkins pokes the ball out. It'll be Ace's ball, guys. Ace's ball. All right, let's see. We've got Asia Wilson trying to slow it down. Tries to get inside and gets hard fouled by someone. I don't know who. Was it Agumake? Agumake wouldn't make that mistake. Exactly. Ariel Atkins. Bro, that is the second hard foul from Atkins. Jesus Christ. Looks like she headbutted her. I understand. I completely respect it. You guys have got to understand. Ariel Atkins has a lot to prove. The entire Sparks fan base hated the Rakia Jackson trade. They hated trading a 24-ish year old future NBA All-Star for an older 31-year-old Ariel Atkins. She is playing aggressively because she has to. She has got to prove her worth to the Sparks fan base. But she's playing unbelievably aggressive and picking up very hard fouls for no reason. All right, we've got Kelsey Plum back in, immediately driving in for her own 2-point layup. She's creating her own. All right, we've got it passed in to, and there you go. We've got Atkins steals the ball from Asia Wilson, passes it out to Agumake, connects for a 3 up top. Sparks within 2. Remember, Sparks were down double digits when this quarter started. If they can go into this halftime tied, massive accomplishment. But Wilson will not allow that to happen. Wait, they wave off Wilson's 2-pointer, but she picks up a foul on Ray Burrell. That looked like an N1 to me. That's an odd way to wave off that 2 points. I don't know what changes the Sparks coach made, but they have definitely changed things up. If you Sparks fans are wondering, Cameron Brink played 3 minutes, picked up 2 fouls, turned the ball over twice, got benched, and has not been back the second quarter of this game. Wilson splits her free throws. All right, we've got Kelsey Plum bringing the ball up court, passes it to Agumake, who kicks it out to the rookie, passes it back to Plum, who's holding it up top. Plum driving it in, kicks it out to Agumake for 3. No good. But Wheeler connects back to Agumake, who puts it in for a 2 points. All right, a 1-point game. Asia Wilson bringing it up, kicks it back out to Gray, who's holding it. Who's going to take the last shot? Nobody, because the Sparks steal the ball. Puts up a half-court shot, no good. A 1-point game. Give it up to the Sparks who bring it all the way back with a 14-0 run. Remember, the Sparks were down 12 points when this quarter started. Way to go. If the Sparks can play like this, they are going to be hard to beat. Remember, this is not your average team, guys. This is the championship aces. And the Sparks just went on a 14-0 run. Give it to the Sparks, guys. Looks like we're at halftime. All right. They're interviewing Jackie Young. I wouldn't be interviewing an ace right now, and I'd be interviewing one of the Sparks on what changes they made after that first quarter when they were down double digits. All right, looks like we're heading back to the studio, guys. Hold fast. All right, I'm going to step out. Hope you guys stick around. I am going to... I do not care what they're talking about in the studio. We're at halftime, guys. Let me give you guys the stats because that was a very successful second quarter for the Sparks. So let's break it down. We'll start with the aces when it comes to the player stats. We've got Stephanie Talbot, 4 points. Nylisa Smith, 8 points. Asia Wilson leading the team with 11. Jackie Young, 8. Chelsea Gray, 5 points. Kennedy Carter was doing great, but she got benched after a hard foul from Ariel Atkins, and she has not returned to the game. 6 points. Jules Lloyd played 14 minutes, 0 points. Brianna Turner, 6 minutes in the game, 0 points. Let's take a look at the Sparks. We've got Ray Burrell, played 15 minutes, 0 points. Ridiculous. She is a starter with 0 points. De'Erica Hamby, 7 points. Nneka Ogwumike, 15 points, leading the Sparks. Ariel Atkins, 6 points. Kelsey Plum, 13 points. Erica Wheeler played 9 minutes, 0 points. Chance Gray, 4 minutes played, 0 points. Cameron Brink, 3 minutes played, 0 points. Tanaya Latson, 2 minutes, 0 points. I am very interested to see if they're going to let, why have you kept... I do understand... I'm having to try to figure out an eloquent way to say why the heck hasn't Cameron Brink the face? We're not going to pretend Kelsey Plum is the face of the Sparks. From a fan's perspective, Cameron Brink has been the face of the Los Angeles Sparks since she was drafted. And so far, by halftime, she has played 3 minutes of this game. I don't know what's going on, and I would like to know what the thinking behind benching her is. Now, I do know she picked up 2 fouls very early, and I mean unbelievably early, and turned the ball over. Cameron Brink has not played well. I'll have to say Cameron Brink has played terribly. She played 3 minutes, turned the ball over twice in that 3 minutes, scored 0 points, and committed 2 fouls in that 3 minutes. In that 3 minutes that Cameron Brink played, she netted the Aces 8 points. It's insane. But saying that she didn't play great does not mean I don't want to see success with her. We don't have to say much about everyone else, except we do have to bring attention to the new pickups. Before that hard foul, Kennedy Carter was cooking. She was all over the floor. She was stealing the ball, collecting rebounds, putting up shots. She was efficient. Kennedy Carter is a dangerous addition to this team. Neka Gumake, an amazing addition to the Sparks. Ariel Atkins, we'll see how things work out because she's putting up points. She's all over the place. She's stealing the ball, but she's creating a lot of turnovers for the team. So we'll see how that goes. Now, the, the draft picks this year, if the game wasn't closer, we would definitely be seeing more of the, rookies, but the game is close. So mostly it's the veterans playing hard and getting most of the minutes this game. You guys hold fast. I am going to find some food. right, looks like we're back from halftime. Bear with me. It looks like I just yanked on my mic. Testing, testing. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little bit of a technical difficulty for a second. Bear with me. I know you guys are hearing a lot of sounds right now. We got Kelsey Plum passing it in to Hamby, who gets blocked down low and draws a foul. All right, let's see if Hamby can capitalize. She is no good on the first free throw attempt. And no good on the second attempt. And it looks like Nneka and Smith got tied up. It looks like it's going to be a jump ball. Nneka and Smith, and it looks like Smith wins the jump ball. Aces bringing it down with Gray playing PG up top. Passes it into Young, who passes it over to Wilson, who kicks it out to Talbot. Puts up a three, no good. But Smith and Nneka get tied up again for another jump ball. Wait, is that... Yeah. First time I've seen two jump balls within 1 minute of a game. All right, Young, looks like Young throws it into Smith, who's battling Nneka, and lays it up for two. We've got Plum bringing the ball up, passes it to Ariel Atkins on the three. Atkins kicks it out to Ogwumike, who screens for Plum, who drives in, stops, passes it to the cutting Nneka Ogwumike, puts it up for two and draws a foul. All right, we'll see if Ogwumike can capitalize. Let's see. First free throw is good for Ogwumike. She makes both. Agumake leading all scorers with 17 points. Jackie Young drives in for the Aces and a scoop and score. Back the other way with Burrell passing it to Hamby, passing it to Plum, passing it back to the cutting Hamby. Scoop and score for Hamby. Hamby's having a great afternoon. Looks like Gray's driving in for a scoop and no good. Ray Burrell with the rebound, drives, pauses at the three, puts up a three and no good. Looks like Young rebounds, Young outlets to Asia Wilson, who catches and scores for a clean layup. Back the other way. Looks like the Sparks lose the ball. Talbot picks it up. She's driving for a clean layup. All right. We've got the Talbot. All right. At this point, both teams are playing hot potato with the ball. Losing it. I can't tell you who's got the ball, when they've got the ball, because right now it's just a game of hot potato. Both teams just knocking the ball back and forth. Nobody scoring. Finally, Young gets open for the Aces and scores a two up top. And one of the coaches calls a timeout. That was horribly sloppy gameplay for both teams. The amount of turnovers that just happened in the span of 1 minute is got to be record-breaking at this point. All right, we're on timeout commercial. Let's check in with our player stats to see what. Jeez. Aces on a 12-4 run to start the second half. Let's see, we've got Stephanie Talbot, 6 points. Smith, 12 points. Aja Wilson, 13. Jackie Young, 12. Chelsea Gray, 5. Kennedy Carter, 6. Kennedy Carter must have taken a harder foul than I thought. I know it was upgraded to a flagrant 1, but the fact that she has not returned to the game, I'm wondering if they're putting her through concussion protocol or what. What is the situation with Kennedy Carter? Let's go ahead and take a look at the Sparks. I'm going to lose my mind, guys. What is Ray Burrell doing? Ray Burrell has played 19 minutes and has 0 points. We've got Dearica Hamby, 9 points. Nneka Gwumake, 17 points. Ariel Atkins, 6 points. Kelsey Plum, 13 points. The Sparks are playing 4-man basketball right now. There are only 4 Sparks players who have scored in this game. That is not a winning formula. 4 players on the Sparks have scored points this game. And to make matters worse, only 6 players has even shot the ball. Compared to the Aces, who have had 6 players score. 3 players in double digits. Sparks have 2 players in double digits. 4 players who have scored in total. Agumake and Plum have played every minute of the game. Atkins rested for 1 minute. Derek, let's see. The Sparks coach is not playing the bench at all. The starters from the Sparks have played 19 minutes, 19 minutes, 22, 21, 22. Interesting. Very interesting the way the Sparks coach is running this game. All right, we're back in action. All right. Sparks ball. She kicks it out to Ray Burrell, standing at the top of the key for a successful three. Ray Burrell's first points of the game. All right. We've got, looks like we got Chelsea Gray attempting to answer with her own three, and she knocks it down. Now we got Ray Burrell, top of the key, dribbling, driving, and gets blocked and falls to the ground by Young, who is driving, passes over to Chelsea Gray, who shoots a three. No luck. Smith rebounds, passes it back to Chelsea Gray, who knocks it down for two. Beautiful play by the Aces. Kelsey Plum driving, passes it into Hamby. Scoop and score, no good. Sparks rebound, passes out to Plum. Shoots a three, no good. Hamby slowly drives in, puts it up for two. Chelsea Gray with a two. Very nice. 4 players in double digits for the Aces. Very nice. Yay. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see Kennedy Carter back on the floor after that hard foul. Kennedy Carter in the game less than 5 seconds scores. She is a dangerous pickup for the Aces. Kelsey Plum driving in, kicks it back out to him, who passes it over to Atkins, who airballs a three. Aces back up by 10. Adrian Wilson driving, Euro stepping in for a clean 2 points. The Sparks have way too many guards. They do not know who they want bringing the ball up the court. Now Agumake is bringing the ball up, passes it over to Atkins, who goes up and is fouled before she can score. Fouled by Chelsea Gray. Let's see how Atkins is doing. 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. De'Erica Hamby, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Plum, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Let's take a look at the leaders for the Aces. Asia Wilson, 15 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Nylisha Smith is killing it with 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Chelsea Gray, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Jackie Young, 12, 2, and 7. Adrian Wilson cut into the basket, and she's wrapped up by Kelsey Plum. Let's see. Asia Wilson, first one successful. Asia Wilson knocks down the second one. Sorry, I stopped talking for a sec because Agumake with another scoop and score. I'm noticing the Sparks have had at least 6 different people bring the ball up court. They still have no idea who they want their starting point guard to be. All right, Ace is bringing it up. Pass to Jackie Young. Steps out for three. Gets it. All right. All right, Kelsey Plum bringing the ball up. Kicks it out to Atkins, who shoots a three. Does not connect. Aces recover. Young up top, taking it slow, holding the ball. Passes it in to Wilson, who's trying to get it clearly. Oh, changed their mind. Drives in. Doesn't finish. No call. Kelsey Plum fast break to Agwomake. Recovered by Atkins. No good. Kennedy Carter takes the rebound. She's bringing it up. Passes it over to Asia Wilson. Passes it over to Young. Kicks it out to Kennedy Carter, who drains a three. She is a danger on this team. All right, we got Kelsey Plum driving it in. Scooping layup. Kennedy Carter bringing the ball up. And Kelsey Plum fouls Carter for no reason. It doesn't make any sense. That was a silly foul by Kelsey Plum. Looks like Cameron Brink is checking into the game for you Cameron Brink fans. Looks like she's replaced Ariel Atkins. Oh, Latson is also in. They're trying to... Sparks coach clearly trying a new lineup. Brink. Oh, wow. Brink caught the rebound. The entire crowd went wild the moment Brink caught a rebound. But she got stripped immediately, so that's her. That's a turnover. All right. All right. Literally half the crowd are wearing Brink shirts. That's hilarious. All right. Sparks call timeout on the floor. 39 seconds left in the third. Aces up 15 points. All right, while we're on this break, let's check in with your player stats, see how everyone's doing. Let's start with the Sparks. You got Stephanie Talbot, 6 points. Lalisa Smith, 12. No, I'm sorry, this is not the Sparks. I knew something was wrong. I was like, these are not Sparks players. We're starting with the Aces. Talbot 6 points. Smith 12. Wilson 17. Jackie Young 15. Chelsea Gray 10. Kennedy Carter 11. Sparks, we've got Ray Burrell 3 points. Hamby 12 points. Agwumike 19. Atkins 8. Plum 15 points. And that'll round out the Sparks. Ariel Atkins is doing her best, but she is having a tough night. 3 for 11. No other interesting stats to look at. I'm looking at these stats. There's just nothing interesting here. All right. We're waiting on something. We're back, but I don't know what we're waiting on at the moment. Oh, they're taking a look to see if Kennedy Carter's 3 was a 2 or a 3. She starts behind the arc clearly. She was 1 inch behind the line. What is wrong with these refs? The Aces knew they are not going to get blown out like they did the other day. They're still trying to figure out if Carter was behind the line. She was behind the line clear as day. What are they trying to figure out? Let me take a moment to thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me while I do this play-by-play of the Sparks versus Aces. You guys can go ahead and like and subscribe because I will be doing this constantly all NBA season. All right, Carter inbounds it in to... It's... Erica Wheeler just scored, and that's her first. I had to figure it out because I was like, has Erica Wheeler scored this game? She has not. That was her first bucket. Kenny Carter driving down the clock. Looks like she's going to drive in, do a step back, reverse layup, and she scores. Off the I I think the all right, so the Aces were up 1 point when this quarter started. They are ending this quarter up 16 points. That is an unbelievable stat, but the proof is there. The Aces made adjustments to the Sparks adjustments. Now we've got to see if the Sparks can make adjustments to the Aces' new adjustments. Let me go ahead and break down the player stats for you guys. We are at the end of the third quarter, so let's see how each player has done. We've got the Aces with Talbot 6 points, Smith 12 points, Wilson 17 points, Young 15, Gray 10 points, Carter 13 points, and Lloyd 2 points. Let's check in with the Sparks. We've got Burrell 3 points, Hamby 12, Agwumake 19, Atkins 8, Plum 15, Wheeler 2 points. Agwumake leading the Sparks in rebounds and points. Those stand out. Cameron Brink still, unfortunately, playing very poorly. She played 2 more minutes. She played 2 minutes and turned the ball over. That was her only stat. So right now, Brink is 0 points, 2 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 2 fouls. No assists, no blocks, no steals. Who's performing best for the Aces? Obviously, that's going to be Asia Wilson with 17 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. But do not ignore Jackie Young. She's got 15 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. And give Kennedy Carter off the bench her props. She's got 13 points. The way Kennedy Carter is playing, she might win Sixth Man of the Year. And truth be told, if she was a little taller, she'd definitely take Talbot's place. Carter might be playing for Chelsea Gray's position. All right, we are back. Right now, they're just breaking down some of the moms, showing love for the moms. All right, we're back. Kennedy Carter driving in for another quick 2 to start things off. All right. There is no way. They just called Carter for a foul. That's crazy. Off ball foul. At least it's just a inbound. All right. Plum with the ball up top. Drives in. Backs back out to the 3. Goes to the right. Step back. 3 from Plum. All right, we got Lloyd passes it into Gray, who passes it into Aja Wilson for a quick 2. Looks like Brink just turned the ball over again. She is very upset about that. All right, we got Kelsey Plum driving baseline and fouled. Fouled by who? Can't tell who fouled Plum. De'Erica Hamby finally sits down. She's played all but 3 minutes of this game. Let's see if KP cannot connect with the first free throw. She connects with the second free throw. Kennedy Carter needs to relax just a little bit before she picks up another foul. We've got Atkins passes it out to Wheeler, who misses her layup. Hey, nice. Brink dives for the ball. Passes it to Plum. Plum does not see wide open Brink. Plum is being very selfish with the ball right now. That was one of the most selfish plays I've ever seen. I don't know what Plum was doing. Plum dribbled that ball around for maybe 15 seconds, did not pass to anyone, ran up, got blocks, got her own rebound, still didn't pass it, dribbled around some more, shoots the ball, airballs it, and it goes out of bounds. That was ridiculous from Plum. That was very uncharacteristic, selfish gameplay from Plum. They're trying to figure out if Plum got fouled before the ball went out of bounds. We've got 8 minutes to go, 79-63 Las Vegas. Sparks trying to respond from a huge third quarter from the Aces. Well, we've got what we call refs trying to figure things out time. They're saying Kelsey Plum got fouled. Sparks get an extra possession. They reset the clock at 14 seconds. All right. Errol Atkins going to inbound the ball. Looks like she's got it to Agwomake, who passes it out to Wheeler at top. Passes it over to Plum up top. Using a screen, passes it back to Wheeler, who is short. And Asia Wilson will rebound it, passing it over to Young, who passes it to Carter, who passes it back to... Hold on, I've got to pull up my stats. And Cameron Brink just picked up another foul. Brink with her her third or fourth foul. I'm not sure. Wait for this thing to update. Chelsea Gray steps back for a three and ices it. Now we've got Cameron Brink bringing the ball up. Who is the point guard on the Sparks? Spark passes it to Agwumike, who passes it to Wheeler, who pulls up for a three and no good. Asia Wilson rebounds, passes it over to Gray. And she passes it back to Gray, who pulls up for two. Clean. 22 for 2. And the Sparks call timeouts as the Aces have pulled away 21 points up, 84-63. The Sparks coach tried a younger lineup. It did not work. I'm not sure what adjustments the Sparks coach needs to make, but she needs to make some adjustments because they are 6 minutes away from getting blown out by the defending champions. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Thank everybody who has stopped by. We are on commercial break, so as always, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the player stats. Let you guys know how each and every person who has touched the ball today is doing. We're going to start with the Aces. We've got Talbot, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Great work from Talbot. Smith, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. Asia Wilson, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 2 blocks, 1 steal. Jackie Young, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists. She's almost at a double-double. 1 steal, 1 block. Chelsea Gray, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. We've got Kennedy Carter off the bench, 15 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Let's take a look and check in on your Los Angeles Sparks. We've got Ray Burrell, 3 points. De'Erica Hamby, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Nneka Ogwumike, 29 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Ariel Atkins, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, which is huge. We've got Kelsey Plum, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Cameron Brink, she's in the game. Erica Wheeler, 2 points. The Sparks coaching staff have got to do something. This is one of the worst bench performances I've ever seen. The Sparks bench has combined for 2 points. Erica Wheeler from the Sparks off the bench has played 16 minutes, has gone 1 for 11 from field goal. 1 for 11. That is insane. Ariel Atkins has gone 3 for 12. All right, we are back. We've got Ariel Atkins passes it up top to Plum, who thinks about it, pulls up for a long 3. Jackie Young brings it up, passes it to Wilson, who passes it back to Young, who passes it over to Gray. who pulls up, no good. Atkins bringing it down. Fast break. Passes it out to Hamby. Dribbles into the key. Spins around. Gets stripped. Now Ray passes it to Young, who puts up from 3. And a successful 3 at that. Kelsey Plum bringing it up. She drives in with a screen from Agwamake, then passes it back out to Hamby, who passes it back in to Agwamake, who pulls up, no good. Now the other way with Turner passing it to Young, pulling it up, no good. Kelsey Plum drives all the way from end to lay it up. Now the Aces with the lead are just pulling up from as far as possible. Kelsey Plum trying to bring and will her team back into this game with another 3. The Aces slowing the game way down. Young pulls up. The last 3 shots from the Young have been threes. I understand they're up, but you live by the 3, you're going to die by the 3. As Ray Burrell just pulled up for her own 3. No good. Now the Aces actually play on the inside with Asia Wilson scoring on a close layup to pull the lead back to 20. Kelsey Plum is passing it out to Hamby at the top of the key. Hamby loses the ball, and it's out of bounds. Ace's ball. They're doubling Wilson, and they still can't stop her. Oh, it looks like Brink got quietly subbed out. The Sparks are hoping that their starters can get them back into this game, but we will find out. We are on commercial break. Let's take a look at everyone's stats for the game. Let's start with the Los Angeles Sparks. We've got Ray Burrell, 26 minutes played, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. De'Erica Hamby, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Nneka Agwumike, 19 points, 10 rebounds. She's got a double-double. 2 assists, 1 steal. Ariel Atkins, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Kelsey Plum, 27 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. All right, let's move over to the Aces. Talbot, 6 points. Nalisa Smith, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. Aja Wilson, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 2 steals. Jackie Young, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Chelsea Gray, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. And we've got Jules Lloyd way down here with a quiet 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And Turner, who just started to play really, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks. And that'll break it down. All right, that's enough talking from up top, guys. Let's get back to the game. All right, Ace is currently up 20 points. And all right, let me move this chat somewhere I can see it a little better. There we go. All right, I had to take a moment and fix a couple of things. Looks like I missed a three. I don't know who shot that three from the Aces. All right, so it looks like we're making some. It looks like we're going to bench the starters. It looks like the Sparks are conceding this game. So let's see who's going to finish out this game for the Aces and for the Sparks. All right, so the starters are sitting. But oddly enough, they still haven't brought Cameron Brink back into the game. That's very weird. It looks like Kennedy Carter is going to lead the Aces to finish this game out. All right, we got Latson playing point guard. We've got Ray Burrell bringing the ball in, and a scoop and score from Ray Burrell. Nice to see her finally get her second bucket. Now we got Carter bringing the ball up. Oh, Kennedy Carter drives in and another 2 points. She's got, let's see, what does Kennedy Carter have? 19 points off the bench. Bell blocks it. Now the ball's back with Kennedy Carter, who's holding it up top, and she is driving in, and one from Kennedy Carter. 20 points off the bench for Kennedy Carter. I know Kennedy Carter is not the most popular player in the WNBA. Now we see a very upset looking Ray Burrell checking out of the game for the last time. She's not happy with her play. Successful with the finish for Carter. Carter's still playing very hard. Defense. We got some new faces. What? I didn't even know this person was on the team. Park? I want you guys to notice something. They're at the Sparks have the end of their bench playing right now, and they still have not subbed Cameron Brink back in. This is ridiculous. I'm trying to see who these Sparks are. Park? Who in the world was that? Talbot runs in, lays it up for two. The Aces are up by 30 now. And the Sparks turn it over. Latoya Latson turns it over. Nobody, I don't care what team it is, nobody is beating the Aces this year. They are better than they looked last year. Or the Sparks are very, very bad. I'm not sure. I really don't know what to say about this game. Oh my God. Park, you need to go over that screen. Park tried to go under the screen. Emma Cannon puts in a three. It looks like Kenny Carter's going to take the last shot of the game. And turns it over. I'm not sure how I can quantify this game because the Aces got blown out yesterday. Then they blow out the Sparks today. Maybe it's because yesterday was the ring ceremony, as they said, you know. And Kennedy Carter steals it. Oh, I was hoping she would have made. That would have been so cool. All right, guys, that is game. The Sparks get blown out. You can't give a lot of thought to this game because, for one, the Sparks did not look like they knew what they were doing. At every single point of the game, I saw multiple people bringing the ball up the court, playing point guard for the Los Angeles Sparks. They had so many people bringing the ball up the court for the Sparks. At one point, Cameron Brink, who played 5 minutes, brought the ball up the court. Everyone, it's just a ridiculous, mixed up, unfamiliar system that they have right now. They don't know who's the leader of the team. They don't know who's the face of the team. This win now dynamic that the Sparks GM is trying to create it starts off rocky, but we'll see. Oh, we got a shot of Kate Martin. Kate Martin is already there? Jesus. Didn't Kate Martin get signed today? How is she already at the game? All right. Let's go over the stats for the last time. We won't pull any punches. We will be honest. Let's break it down. Let's start with the Aces. Stephanie Talbot, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Smith, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. Asia Wilson, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. Jackie Young, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. Chelsea Gray, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Then we've got Cheyenne Parker, 2 points, 1, 1, and 1. Kennedy Carter led the team in points off the bench with 22 points, 1 rebound, 2 steals. Jewel Lloyd, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Brianna Turner, 4 points, 6 rebounds. And let's move over to the Sparks. I want to know what in the world Erica Wheeler was doing this game. Erica Wheeler played 18 minutes, went 1 for 11, 0 from 3. That's a ridiculous stat. Anyway, let's break down the Sparks. We've got Ray Burrell, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. De'Erica Hamby, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Nneka Ogwumike, 19 points, 10 rebounds, double-double, 2 assists. Ariel Atkins, 8 points. Ariel Atkins, 8 points, went 3 for 12, 0 and 6 from the three-pointer. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Kelsey Plum, 27 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Really? In all reality, the Sparks only played 4 players this game. They played De'Erica Hamby, Nneka Ogwumike, Atkins, and Plum. They played players in trash time. They played Park, Emma Cannon, Latson, Sonia Fegan in trash time. But up until the last few minutes, not one of those players touched the floor. They played Cameron Brink 8 minutes. Cameron Brink had a horrible game. I don't know what happened. There were multiple times that Cameron Brink had the ball and was afraid to shoot, and she kicked the ball out. All right, well, that's going to bring an end to the stream, guys. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. We are 100% going to do this again. You can like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. This is Trio, and I am out. Thank you guys so much.